So that was indeed a quite energetic prayer song. Let's begin our program now. Just close your eyes for a minute. Gajananam Bhuta Ganadi Sevitam Kapita Jambu Palasara Bhakshitam Umasutam Shoka Vinasha Karanam Namami Vigneshwara Pada Pankajam. Let us pray to the Almighty to remove all the obstacles and lead us towards success. The first day of college used to be my favorite day when I keep looking forward to meeting the new faces of the first year students. It used to be a joy when the second and third year students come running to have a small chat with me. I'm indeed missing all this. Hopefully, this situation would change and we all would come back to the normal conditions very soon. Anyways, whatever be the scenario, we should be able to gear up ourselves to the changing conditions and rise up successfully. There lies our victory. This can be done by molding up our personalities, and that's what I've come to speak to you about. Let me share the slides with you. I'll just take a moment. Yes. What you see here, this is a personality development. Definitely, it's a road to success. Yes, who does not want to be successful? Who does not want to be at the pinnacle of growth? Each one of us really want to do that. Let's see how we can go about achieving that. What is the meaning of this personality? Now tell me, are you able to recognize these personalities? I'm sure most of you would be able to do that because they're all film personalities here. And if only they had just come in a small 1 or 2 films and had just made an exit, I don't think it would be possible for you now to recognize them. But what they've done, one is the reason here you are able to recognize them is they have strived very hard to reach this position. They have practiced vigorously, and above all, they have captured your heart by their individual styles. Same way, each one of us should have our own individuality, establish our own identity for a success. So this is for this what we need. You need to groom yourself up. How do you do that? There are umpteen number of ways that we can do. I'm not going to go much into the depth of it. A few points I will just show here and there, which would assist you to gear up yourselves. The first one, what you see here is the appearance. What do you mean by appearance? It means how you present yourself. Visual impact is as important as verbal impact. People will very quickly make assumptions based on your personal appearances, including your facial expression, the clothes you wear, and your body language. Remember, you don't need to look very dashing or very fair skinned or chiseled features. All this is not necessary because they are not in our hands. But remember, the presentability is in your hands. You cannot change the features of your face, but definitely you can change the expression of your face. Whether you want to put on a gloomy face or a smiling face, it's in your hands. Apart from that, forget about the outer beauty. Always maintain your inner beauty. How do we do that? Learn social skills. We are all social animals. We cannot live in isolation. We want someone to speak to. We want to share our ideas, feelings, everything to somebody else. So we want to live in a society. We cannot go and live in the forest. So now, how do you have this social skills? Supposing you are just entering the college, you find a girl known to you is just coming in front of you. But you hesitate. Should I say hello to her? No, why should I do that? Let her take the initiative. If she says hello, then I would follow. So you just want to avoid, turn your face that side and go away. Here, you have lost an opportunity to be a good friend, to improve your social skills. No, that's not the way that you have to behave. You know, this is the inner feeling or inner beauty you will be able to develop, or you, if how, on what basis is you should be wanted by everyone, you should be recognized by everyone. So that is the way that you have to behave. That is called as the developing of the inner beauty. If you see the saintly persons like Mother Teresa or Vivekananda, you will find their faces glowing. How is it? It is because they have developed their inner beauty. So let us gear up ourselves with this appearance. Let us see that how well we can improve upon our inner beauty so that it's possible for us to be very presentable to others. The next one, see the characteristics. Many characteristics are there. We're not going to delve into all those things. The first thing, a few things I will explain. Most important one, never give up. You must have heard failure is the stepping stone to success. If you have got less marks in a subject, or if you have just not able to pass a subject, never mind. Life is not the end there. There are a lot of things to do. I just like to recollect with a student, that means my evening college student, 2011 batch. All the 3 years he finished, and then he went away. But once, after I think a few years later, we had called him for an alumni meet. So I just casually asked him whether he had completed all the subjects or cleared everything. But then he said, "No, ma'am, I don't think that would be possible." I said, "Why?" "Because in all the semesters, I have backlogs. So now, how is it going to? It's not possible for me." Then I said, "All right, even if it is there in all the, you just count and tell me how many you have in the odd semester." He said, "About 8 to 9. Okay, no problem. At least if you make an attempt now, you can reduce to 4 or 5. Then the next year you might be able to clear it. So don't have that feeling that you cannot do it. Come on, you have to take it up." I persisted. Then first he thought it might not be possible. Then he said, "Okay, let me give a try." He did it. Then I told him what ways that he should prepare himself. So only the important things and all that. And I sent to Aftab sir to get some inputs from him. He went. Then what happened? At the end of the thing, he wrote all the exams. Then when the results came, he himself was surprised. He had cleared all the odd semester papers. And the same thing, he continued with the even semester. And after a few months, he's giving me a call. "Ma'am, I want to do my MBA." See, what is that? That is the power of not giving up. So you should develop that. So nothing is impossible. You need to train yourself and your mind, tell yourself that everything is possible. Then there are two magic words. that you should never forget. One is please, the other one, thank you. We seem to have forgotten how to use these words nowadays. Please represents humility. Thank you represents gratitude. Both are great virtues, and definitely you can develop that. Use it as much as you can. The effects of these words are really magical. They display kindness, respect, and good manners. See to it, you develop that. Then work hard because there is no shortcut for success. You want to score high marks? Definitely you have to light the midnight lamp. You want to become a great singer or a dancer? You need to spend so much of a time. Practice, practice, practice. That's the only mantra. So if you develop these wanted characteristics, again, it is a roadway to success. Let us see about this attitude. What do you mean by attitude? The attitude is you have really made up your mind for something. This is the way that I will think. This is the way that I will behave. That is called as the attitude. It could be a neutral attitude, like I don't bother, I don't care. Whatever comes, it's okay. If I fail, no problem. If I pass, no problem. See, that will lead you to nowhere. So you should not go to that. Negative attitude, still worse. So whatever you think, I cannot do that. I don't think it would be possible. The time is too short. It's not possible for me to take up. This kind of thinking is called as the negative attitude. So as you think, the same thing only will start happening. So you should not think about that. The more the negative your attitude is, it causes a lot of worries, then a diminishing health. So a lot of other related problems will arise. So don't go in for that. Have a positive attitude. So that means attitude of optimism, always expectancy, enthusiasm. You saw the beginning, the dance that was. So how enthusiastic the people are. So such kind of an attitude, your opportunities will grow and the problems will shrink. So it is possible. If you develop this attitude, definitely that's also a roadway to success. We'll just look into this. What is this mindset? That means, what is a mind? Mind is nothing but a collection of thoughts. Whatever you think, the deeper you think, be sure one day it will materialize. That's why our elders tell us, don't have negative thoughts. Don't unnecessarily think. Bad thoughts are not to be encouraged. If you keep thinking, if you feed your mind with good thoughts or anything that you want to achieve, you keep feeding your mind that I want to become like this, I want to do this, I want to complete this. You keep on doing that, then what happens is it is then possible for you, such thoughts will get embedded in your mind, and one day it will definitely be possible that those thoughts will become true. That is why we have to be very careful whether you have to arrest the bad thoughts. So if you are going to completely you encourage you engage yourself in thinking the bad or negative thoughts, then one day that also will materialize. As we sow, so you reap. So these are the things that we need to keep in your mind. So here you might be thinking, why am I continuously telling about all this? What is this? What is this to do with the personality development? Yes, personality development is something that why we should have that is, it is now in the present day world, when you think money is not a constraint, it's the time that's a constraint. You can earn money because the opportunities are plenty. We will be able to get a job easily. You will be able to make money. So it's not a constraint no more. It's a constraint. But the constraint is a time. You cannot expand this 24 hours a day. It's not in your hands. So how well you utilize that 24 hours, how efficiently you are able to do that, that is your success depends upon that. In order to utilize that, what you require is this personal development or personality development. This helps you to achieve your goals faster. So that is the reason why we need to adopt this personality development. And then you might be thinking, yes, it's for everybody. Why, especially for students? And that too on the day when we are just coming to the college, what is the need for us? Why it's only, is it open for us only or for everyone? The thing is, it might be for everyone, but why I'm focusing it only for student is it? It is because I have some of the facts here. These are the shocking facts that we have. So what are those facts is, you see, if we do not train our mind, if we feel that we don't bother about this personality development, what happens is it develops into a low self-esteem. You need to have a good self-esteem in order to stand erect in front of everyone. If you don't concentrate on developing your personality, what happens is you develop a low self-esteem. If there is a low self-esteem, it results in what? It results in many of the negative activities. So it may be either for boys or for girls. There is no difference. But you find that it will you will not be able to behave in a normal way. You do not want to come to college. There are a lot of other related activities because that does not allow you to come up in life. So that is the way I'm now concentrating it only for students. And so many of the students we see, they go into depression. It is because they have not built up their self-esteem. It is because they have not been looking about how to develop their personality. So that's the reason why I'm focusing on this. So now, when you look at this personality development, what it actually does, it encourages a person to pick up the certainty and high confidence. If you want to be successful, these are the two very important aspects that we need to concentrate. One is you should be certain about what you're doing, and you must have this complete confidence. So when you have done that, you see your face will reflect you're always confident. You know that for certain you will be able to get this much of marks, you will be able to deliver the things as when it is expected from you. So that gives you, so when you see that, you see the expressions of their faces here. See here, the boy tells the girl is so certain she will not fall down because she knows where she is holding tight. She will not fall down. That see the certainty in her way of so you can easily make out. Then you see this boy, see the confidence in his face. Whatever comes, I'll be able to handle. This is the look of confidence. And this girl, the smiling face is the most important one. And when I see this girl's face, I'm reminded of the Colgate advertisement. You know, that small girl who comes for the first day to the school, being brought in by the mother. Then mother is worried what will happen, how will she blend with others, and the bigger girls are waiting there in order to bully her. But the moment she says, she just spreads her mouth and gives a beautiful smile. And that's all. She's captured everyone. There is no question of bullying and all that. Everyone becomes a friend. That is the power of this smile. And then see this communication skills. Excellent communication skill. See, each one of us is blessed with that. The only thing is, if you have a low self-esteem, it's not possible for you to put forth your thoughts. Your communication lacks there. So personality development helps you in all this kind of a thing. And I'm always, motivated by this person who's called as Glenn Cunningham. I would like to recall his story for a small man. He was as a child of 7 or 8 years old. He was studying in a small country school. I know the building was a thatched building and all that. So his duty is to go to the school every day before anyone comes. He will go light the lamp, see to it that the entire room is warmed up so that when others come, the classes could be started. So that's what he was doing. But one fine day, without knowing that, as usual, he just went on to light the lamp and light the fire. But he didn't know that there was, instead of kerosene, it was a gasoline. It was an inflammable material. So the moment he lighted it, everything, the entire place engulfed with fire and it caught fire. Very soon, the other students and the teachers, when they are coming, they are just shocked to find that the building is engulfed with fire. They come running because they know that this small boy will be inside. So they come running inside and they drag him out. But the entire body was charred. He was taken to the hospital straight away. There, the doctor, so semi-conscious, unconscious. So slowly, then he gets a semi-conscious. He is able to hear the doctor speaking to the mother. Then the doctor is telling, I don't think it will be possible. He may not survive because the fire has completely devastated the lower parts of his body. Everything is gone. So I don't think he will be able to survive. When the child hears that, he's very, he gets to, he is not able to contain himself. Then he says, no, 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 I don't want to die. I want to live. I want to live. So he keeps on telling himself. Again, he loses his consciousness. Then after many days, again, he regains, again, he sees his mother and doctor speaking. Then the doctor says, it's a real miracle. I never expected him to survive, but he has survived. But I wish he had not. Why? Because he is going to be a lifelong cripple. He may not be able to get out of his bed. He's going to be a living vegetable. So it would have been better had he had passed, because it is a problem for himself as well as for others. When he hears that, his heart is broken. He says, no, I want to walk, I want to run. How can I be confined to the bed? But then later, so the doctor says, there's nothing much I can do it. If you want, you can discharge. So the boy is discharged. The mother takes him straight home. Then at home every day, constantly, she prays and keeps massaging the legs. Then what will do is she will put him, either he will be on the bed or he will be on the wheelchair. So what she used to do is put him in the wheelchair and so that bring him out and leave him in the garden so that at least he will get some fresh air. So then he did not want this thing to continue. So he tells to himself, how long, how many years am I going to be like this? So he just throws himself down. Then he slowly drags himself to near the fence, holds on to the fence. With great difficulty, he just tries to stand, but the legs are just dangling in the air. There is no flesh, there is no strength. It is just like two sticks which are dangling. But then he didn't mind. So he started finding some pleasure in doing that. I will try. So every day the mother leaves, he will immediately come out, fall down, then he will crawl himself and go to the fence, then he will stand up. Then slowly he started dragging himself around the fence, walking. It's so many times that it used to have a pathway around, but he was continuously doing it. The result of which, one fine day, what had happened? He was able to stand, though not erect, but with support, only for a few days. Then after that, he was able to stand. Then after few days, he was able to walk, not days, months together. He was able to walk. That was enough for him. He said, I will go back to school. He goes back to school. And going back to school, not by walk. He forgot about walking. It's only running, running, running. He would just run for the sheer happiness of running. So he was running every day to school. Wherever he wants, he will just keep running. So that was the way that he was behaving. To then he passed out of the school, he joined the college, he made a track team of himself. Then one fine day, this Madison Square, what he did, he participated, and you can see what is there on the screen. From wheelchair to the world record, he broke the world record, the fastest runner in, he covered a mile in just 4 minutes and 24 seconds. The fastest, he had broken the world record. See, girls, from this what we learn, everything is possible. It is just that we need to make an effort. If we make an effort, then everything would be possible. It is so that determination, so that persistence, that's all is needed from our side. Don't worry about the results at all. So as soon as it gets over, maybe then we put in our efforts, definitely the results automatically will come. So this is the story where of Glenn Cunningham, the real happened. He's a Dr. Glenn Cunningham. So we need to learn a lot because he motivates me a lot. I always keep looking at his this one where if you just look into the Google, you will be able to see the legs, how it was dangling earlier, and see the strong legs that he had developed. Merely by his own persistence, it was possible for him. So now, one thing learn is that personality development is to an extent from our side. What we put in, what efforts that we put in makes it. But at the end of it, we also should see that sometimes, when you find that all the doors are shut, you pray to God vigorously, you will find that there will be an opening in a window. So when you find that there is a dead end, then it is possible you find providence waiting for us at the end in order to guide us. So these are the two things that you remember. Definitely you will be successful. One is develop your personality. The second and the most important one, develop faith in God, because ultimately it is the faith in God which leads us to success. So with this, I would like to end my session. And once again, I welcome all of you to the college. And in another 2 minutes, another session will be starting. It will be done by Miss Medlin, and she's the faculty from PG Department of Commerce. So I just